Okay, so I read a lot of comic books, right? And comic books are fun to read, so I like to read them. But there's one thing that's the problem with comic books: continuity. And I'm not going to do an episode on continuity right now. So, continuity is really bad because nobody knows when or how to jump into comic books, because the comic book writers are so high on continuity. They want to stick to the continuity, which is good because it lets us old readers know what's going on, but it doesn't let new readers in, which is bad. So, I'm going to try and do an episode summarizing Batman right now, what's going on with him right now, which is going to be really hard, so I'm going to try and do it really fast. And yeah, this is going to take a while, but here we go. Take 4. Here we go. Okay, so starting at the very beginning. In 2012, Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo started the new Batman run. It was part of the New 52, a place where DC restarted 52 of its top titles. Okay, so in the New 52, Batman starts out by hunting a Court of Owls, a legendary court that somehow seems to rule Gotham. This goes on for Volume 1 and 2, which span through issues 1 through 14. Right now, we're on issue 47, I believe. Okay, so that goes on, and Bruce Wayne hunts down the Court of Owls. All you need to know from these 2 volumes are that Batman has a long-lost brother, sort of, maybe, it's hinted at, but not really, named Thomas Wayne Jr. Thomas Wayne Jr. is a bad guy, basically. He's a superhuman who can't die, and he's a bad guy. Okay, moving on to Volume 3. This part is where Joker had his face cut off at the beginning of the New 52. Joker had his face cut off, and now he basically breaks into the GCPD, or Gotham City Police Department, and reattaches it with tape and stuff. So he goes after the entire Bat family, claiming that he knows all their secret identities, and basically, at the end, Batman stops him, and trust issues occur between the family because they don't trust Batman. Okay, so, moving on. Volume 4 and 5 don't really matter. They're a prequel story about how Batman became Batman. Doesn't really matter. I mean, it sort of matters. But Julie Madison comes in, and that's all you need to know. Julie Madison is a love interest of Bruce Wayne's from high school. She doesn't know Batman's Batman. Okay, moving on. Then, we have Now. That was Volumes 4 and 5. That leads to Now. Now is now. And this was actually about a year ago, so it's not now. But it starts off with Batman being attacked by the Justice League in present day when he's 32 years old and stuff. So, it's present day, Batman's attacked by the Justice League. Batman takes down the Justice Buster suit, takes out his Justice Buster suit, and fights off the entire Justice League, except for Superman, who then comes down, and as Batman defeats him, sort of, he says it's a tie, but Batman really won, and turns out Joker's controlling them. And you're like, oh my gosh, it's Joker, oh my gosh. And then Batman goes to the Arkham Asylum, and Joker's there. And it's like, Joker traps him, and Joker has his face somehow. So what happened was, Joker fell in the Lazarus Pit, which is Ra's al Ghul's pit for reinvigorating himself, making himself younger, and this is really hard. So, moving on. This is still take 4. I'm serious, guys. I've been going this entire time. Okay, so it ends with a battle between Joker and Batman in the near Lazarus Pit. The Lazarus Pit is destroyed, and Batman and Joker seemingly die, bringing us to now, or at least 6 months ago, when a robotic Batman came onto the scene. Turns out he's actually Jim Gordon, or Commissioner James Gordon, who helps Batman all the time in the comics. So, moving on. James Gordon is now a robotic Batman, and he's got muscles now. Bruce Wayne, however, has amnesia. Yeah, I know, that old trope. But what happens is, Bruce Wayne, is retired as Batman. He doesn't know how to do it. So, James Gordon is taking on the role of Batman because Batman has disappeared. Oh, and Alfred lost his hand when the Joker cut it off. So, James Gordon is Batman, and he's fighting a villain called Mr. Bloom, who basically gives people seeds and turns them into villainous creatures. So, Mr. Bloom is evil, and he defeats James Gordon Batman. And Bruce Wayne tries to regain the Batman mantle, but throughout this whole series of James Gordon being Batman, Alfred has revealed that there is a interesting device that Bruce Wayne was building that would create a Batman clone, put him into age 25, I believe, and then send him out into the world as Batman, so Batman would never die. This is interesting, kind of messed up, really cool. This is the end of Take 4. That's where we are in the comics now. Bruce Wayne just re-became Batman. He used this machine to regain all his memories, and Jim Gordon's defeated. Mr. Bloom controls the entire city, and Batman is on the way in. Oh my gosh, that was hard. I'm so glad I was able to do that in just 4 takes. That took up about 20 minutes of my life. Okay, doesn't matter. I'm doing it for you guys. You guys are nice. So, that was Batman Comics right now. I hope you got that. If not, go to Wikipedia. Just start comics wherever you want. It's fun. They're fun comics. Okay, so a couple of you wanted to know what I think of movies and stuff that I said I'd review at the beginning of the year. Gods of Egypt is terrible. It's terrible. It's just terrible. Don't go see it. Don't do that. Okay. So this episode was basically just me saying basically and okay a bunch of times, but I guess this is it. It was a brief history of Batman, and it led up to this point. So I hope you guys are enlightened. Yeah, see you next week, and keep watching this channel. Thanks. Bye.